Hey everybody, it's the York Sports Report Show. Today is Game 3 between the Hawks and the San Jose Sharks. Antti Niemi can still stand on his head for this game. Sharks going to be in trouble. Sit back, folks, have a laugh, have a cheer. It's time for the York Sports Report Show. The Madhouse on Madison tonight in Chicago will be rocking for your Chicago Blackhawks. Live at 7:30 from the United Center tonight will be Game 3 between the Sharks and the Hawks. Whoever scores that first goal, it's going to be huge tonight. It's the York Sports Report Show, folks. Relax. Enjoy.
You got it. You're watching the York Sports Report Show. Hello, everyone. I'm Jason York. Thanks for joining me on the York Sports Report Show. Today is Friday, the 21st of May, and it is Game 3 between the Chicago Blackhawks and the San Jose Sharks. Game 3 in Chicago, the Madhouse on Madison Street, will be electric. There is no doubt that the fans are going to probably be louder than the last series before, last year's series, little March. This barn in Chicago is going to be on fire tonight. If something doesn't get burnt down in Chicago tonight, I will be surprised. Anyways, Hawks up 2-0 in this series against San Jose Sharks. Lots of things sort of being said. Danny Heatley the other day had mentioned that the Hawks or the San Jose Sharks are a faster team than the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm a little sort of puzzled by that. Again, I go back to a point that I will go back on. I seen the Hawks play in San Jose in November. I believe it was in November or February, where the Hawks just laid it to the San Jose Sharks 7-1 or 7-2. And it might have been the best skating game that I had ever seen in my life, period. A lot of the color sort of commentary folks, radio broadcasters, all that stuff that were covering that game, they said that that was probably the greatest hockey game that they have seen in the last 5 to 6, 7 years as a result of them sort of looking at the Detroit Red Wings back in their day when the Red Wings had Fedorov and Yzerman just clicking nightly. That was the word on the street that everyone was saying that the Hawks flat out just looked like the Red Wings of old in their prime. Anyways, Hawks back at home, and this is a big game because you've got Joe Quenneville getting the last change, okay, with the lines. But a bigger sort of concern for me is the Hawks are 3-3 at home. It's .500. You want to be better at home. The Hawks right now have the best record on the road. 7-1. That's great. That's dandy. It's super. It's spectacular. But screw this fancy sort of in between my leg, no look back, behind my back pass stuff. Hawks have to keep it simple. And what's simple for the Hawks is skating their asses off, getting back on their forechecking, taking care of their man. Dave Bolin. I expect the third and fourth line not to do anything fancy. It's the first and second line that in the previous series with Vancouver and Nashville, they came out, thought they could be a little fancy, put on a show for the crowd. Can't do that. Hawks can't do that tonight. Patrick Kane can't look for do that lollygag sort of no-look pass, little sort of flop-lop pass, nothing like that. Has to be tape to tape, simple, clear-cut, simple hockey tonight for the Chicago Blackhawks. And I like the fact that guys like Patrick Kane are speaking about this. Patrick Kane was, when he was asked about how he feels in terms of, returning back home. Yeah, look, it's great to get back home. We want to play in front of our fans. We understand they're going to be electric. There's going to be this roar through the Madhouse on Madison Street. But the bottom line is we got to keep it simple. And we can play better at home in front of our fans. Never mind putting on a fancy show. I keep going over that same point because that's the big point for the Hawks. If the Hawks start winning at home and continue to do what they're doing on the road, they're not going to be stopped. They will win the Stanley Cup. And that's the first time I flat out have said it. I won't say it anymore. But if the Hawks start winning at home, other teams are in trouble. The other factor here, Marian Hossa is not scoring a bag full of goals. I get that. But the bottom line is this. Marian Hossa is playing outstanding forechecking, back-checking hockey. Right now, Marian Hossa is just playing lights out. When San Jose or Vancouver or Nashville were trying to sort of break up the ice, the guy that was coming back and breaking up the play was Marian Hossa. He's all over the Sharks right now. Again, him, Hossa, Versteeg, Ladd, they're playing lights out hockey. And when you got the top line playing as well as they are, Jonathan Toews right now is playing immaculate hockey. and it's just looking simple for him. That's when it gets a little scary for other teams. When you get guys like Kane, who's filled with bundles of skill, and other players like Thornton and Heatley and Marlowe, and they're saying more or less the same thing that the Canucks did and the Predators did, that they say, you know, Jonathan's just playing lights out hockey. And when you watch Taves right now, it looks simple for Taves. He just gets in the corners. He's got such a sort of not a lanky, but he's borderline sort of this lanky frame, and he gets in the corners, and he just knows how to use his size perfect. He comes away with the puck every time. He creates up the middle of the ice, whether it's in the corners, on the boards, it doesn't matter. Taves always comes out with the puck. And he's making this look all so simple. And that's a scary player right now. The other thing that I want to sort of briefly touch on right now is switching series here briefly is Mike Richards too. Mike Richards doesn't like to lose. Mike Richards is a scary centerman to play against. That's who I'm kind of concerned. If the Hawks start playing Philadelphia, let's just hypothetically say if it's the Hawks and Flyers, that's the guy I want to see someone take out. And I don't mean in a vicious, mean, malicious way, but the bottom line is Mike Richards, he will be looking to take out big-time players on the Hawks because he gets it. He knows what it's all about. And that's what I want from guys like Ben Eager tonight, Adam Bursch. I don't want dirty, malicious hits, but I want some hard hits tonight. I want them to take out the San Jose Sharks Sunday. And the only way they're going to do that at home is playing simple, hard checking, hard skating, physical hockey. That's that. We all know the Hawks can score. But at the end of the day, Ben Eager, Adam Bursch, Andrew Ladd, Bolin, I want to see some big-time hits. I want to see big-time hits like Mike Richards does. When Mike Richards and the Flyers get down, Mike Richards steps it up. I want to see that from the Hawks tonight. I don't want them just to rely on their pretty fancy plays tonight. I want to see them continue with physical play. Anyways.
Stay tuned, hockey fans. Game 3 tonight. Hopefully Chicago can punch San Jose right in the face. Hawk fans getting fired up for the United Center arrival of the Blackhawks. Again, folks, stay tuned. More York Sports Report Show coming up.